The body camera video you're about to see is shocking. What started as a suspected shoplifting at a local Walmart took a terrifying turn when one of the suspects pointed a loaded gun at a Canton police officer and tried to shoot him. Now, the gun didn't fire. Nobody was hurt. News 5's Bob Jones shows us how this all went down and tells us a convicted felon is now charged with attempted murder.
It all started at this Canton Walmart on Atlantic Boulevard around 1:45 p.m. Thursday. A veteran Canton police officer working an off-duty job arrested a man and a woman for suspected shoplifting and walked them back to the loss prevention office. It was in that office where the officer did a partial search of 21-year-old Shane Newman.
Got anything on you I need to know about? Why's your hands in your pockets?
It's not following.
I'm gonna pat you down real quick, all right?
That's cool.
Nothing on you was gonna poke me?
So first off, you see old boy eyes. He's messed up. He's on some kind of substance. Got his eyes bloodshot. You know, really shouldn't be in there trying to rob or steal nobody, but let's keep going.
The officer, who had placed his body camera on a desk, did some work on a computer while Newman and the woman sat on a bench. About 5 minutes pass, and then watch. The man leans to his right, pulls out a gun, points it at the officer, and pulls the trigger.
Oh boy racked it. He was gonna bust on it. He was literally trying to shoot that police officer with that gun. He racked it and everything. Oh, this is crazy.
What goes through your
Cop almost took off running. That cop almost took off running.
mind when you see that video?
It's harrowing. It's my heart dropped into my stomach.
Captain John Bosley says you can hear the click when the trigger was pulled, but it didn't fire. The officer appears to seek cover for a moment as a Walmart's loss prevention specialist grabs the gunman's arm and wrestles with him.
He then brings...
So, first off, I thought that was another police officer. Now, my first thing I'm going to say about this, so let's look at this for a minute. So, my first thought process is that Canton, Ohio must be a suburb of Ohio in some way, shape, or form. I mean, this Walmart must be in a well-to-do or well-taken care of area. And I say that because, first off, they caught the shoplifter. And we know that in the majority of places, specifically at these Walmarts, the reason they've been closing down because they have been robbed so bad that they just couldn't deal with the losses. This Walmart, on the other hand, has security that not only catches shoplifters, but they have this loss prevention officer. He is in a shirt, a button-up shirt, and a tie, clean and orderly. And that's not necessarily what you see at a Walmart. Let's keep going.
The firearm back up and attempts to shoot the officer a second time. The gun does not go off again. At this point, the officer comes back into the shot.
You can see the officer draws his gun, but then holsters it as he gets the suspect under control. Captain Bosley says the actions of both the police officer and that loss prevention specialist prevented a possible tragedy. Bosley credits
the actions of the loss prevention specialist prevented a tragedy. If that loss prevention specialist wasn't there, that police officer would have got shot because he was about to rack it again. And when he tried to rack it the second time was when the loss prevention specialist jumped on him. So that cop was running away. So if he'd have racked it again, if that loss prevention specialist wasn't there, he would have shot somebody.
the officer for not using deadly force in a stressful and terrifying situation.
I believe, with the loss prevention officer right there in the line of fire, the best option at that point was hands-on.
Newman is a convicted felon.
Okay, I'll give him that. I will give him that because I was honestly going to say if it was a person of color that officer would have shot him. But I will agree that the loss prevention specialist, who did a fantastic job, was on top of the dude. So if he would have went, shot at the culprit, then he might have hit the loss prevention specialist, and that would have been a bad thing. So I'm going to walk back the idea that he didn't shoot him because he was a man of color and say that this was a situation where not only the loss prevention specialist did a good job, but the officer as well did a good job.
And spent time in prison in 2023 on drug charges. He's facing several new charges for the Walmart incident, including attempted murder.
I mean, I don't know how you can process that any other way when you point a gun at someone's head. And
see, that neck tattoo tell you a lot, though. He with the shit. You know what I'm saying? He got a neck tattoo like that. You know he ain't never gonna get a real job no more. He probably got it when he was in prison already. So he hardcore. He hardcore. So the fact that he has a gun on him doesn't surprise me. But the audacity that he pull it on a cop inside a Walmart does kind of surprise me. The fuck?
pull the trigger.
Bosley says the officer is now on paid leave to help him process what he went through.
And we'll see what he needs going forward, but he knows how blessed he was to have come out on this uninjured.
In Canton, Bob Jones, News 5.
That video. In a statement to News 5, Walmart said, "We are proud of the brave action our asset protection associate took to maintain the safety of everyone in our store. We will continue to work with police as they investigate."
All right. So, that's a crazy video. First off, I just want to honestly talk about the simple fact that the audacity that these youngins these days have, to the point where this dude would think that it's okay and he's going to shoot this cop with this gun and get away with it to some degree, you know, going to shoot this officer with this gun that he had in his pocket and flee the situation, knowing that there was the other loss prevention guy on the other side of him. And shout out to that loss prevention guy. He needs to become a police officer, because in the face of adversity, he jumped right on that cat. And at the same time, the police officer's about to take off running, which I understand. Dude pointed a gun at him, and you know, I understand him taking leave and needing a little bit of time because his life was threatened. I mean, he was seconds away from getting shot, so he need to be thanking that loss prevention specialist to the gods, because he jumped on old boy. And that, you know, I want to keep talking about the simple fact, because I've seen and dealt with a lot of the situation where Walmarts are closing in a lot of places that I'm from or where my friends live, and it's because of theft. It's because of the quality of the Walmart. It's because of all kinds of reasons. And this Walmart, on the other hand, and in several Walmarts, because there's a Walmart where I live is still open, doesn't have all these theft problems and all these other situations, and it's particular to Walmarts that are in not so well-to-do areas. But the simple fact is that if there is a Walmart in a not so well-to-do area, then there's got to be ways for you to keep them open, to keep the theft low, and I think it's by having good loss prevention specialists like this cat. Now, the bigger problem is that there's a lot of places, specifically out here in California and other areas of the world or the United States, that have taken such a soft stance on shoplifting and theft because they don't want the person to get hurt, or any other these stupid ass reasons why you don't bring the hammer down on these shoplifters or these people who are committing these small crimes, because it emboldens them. It gives them the power and audacity to run up in these places and shoplift all the time. And the audacity to do things like this stupid shit that this dude is doing here, trying to pull out a gun and shoot a cop in Walmart, is crazy. But they have been emboldened. They have been given this idea that they can get away with these things by getting away with these things. I mean, literally, we're talking about situations where, in some places where, you know, you have to steal over a certain amount to get arrested for it. That's just outrageous. And it's just spending so much empowering criminals to do whatever they want to do, to the point where they have no problem whatsoever going up in Walmart trying to shoplift some stuff, and then when they get caught and sit in the little security office with the loss prevention specialist, they can pull out a gun and try to shoot a real cop. Now, it's just, the audacity is crazy, and we just have to really review how we view this criminality. I mean, why is it at this point, why are we so soft on criminals? We weren't soft on criminals when I was a kid. That's for sure. But now we're so soft on criminals. We let things go so easily, and we need to stay hard on these people. Are we going to get situations where young children or young people decide that they're going to just whip out a gun after they get caught shoplifting and shoot police officers? And that's not the world we want to live in. All right, guys, I'm Chris Surratt. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Car Concierge Show, where we talk about pretty much everything. Hit me with a like, share, subscribe. Hit me in DMs if you have any questions, and I'm out. Peace.